So it's that time again, vinyl update time. So hello and yes, welcome back to another video guys with me, Rockboy680. Now of course, got a really exciting video in store today. I've actually had a blast, you know, with the records which I've been getting recently, and I'm really excited to show them off and come to you guys and show you what I've got. So it's just, you know, I've got a lot of stuff to show again. Got some great VCLT, got a couple records which I purchased online, some pre-orders, and I also have a stack of CDs, not as big as it has been in recent videos, but still quite a big stack of CDs. And you know, I call these vinyl updates. Really, it is just a music update. Anything music related, I love to show you guys. So yeah, we got a few CDs, but there's a lot of records here to show, a lot of reissues. So yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with it. So yeah, anyway, first video back after my contest, of course. So a huge shout out again to everyone that took part in the contest, because I had such a blast with it, as you guys know. It was so fun to announce the winner and whatnot. It was a load of fun. So anyway, I want to throw a huge thank you out there again to everyone who took part. But now, we're going to get started on the vinyl update. So I'm going to do VCLT first, CDs, and then we're just going to move on to the records, which I've kind of put in some sort of order. Like, I'd probably say I saved the better ones till the end, I'll say that. But they're all good. I'm over the moon with all of them. So, but anyway, VCLT. So I got VCLT from two of my very good friends out there, two brilliant people in the VC, who both have fantastic channels. One being VinylCollectorJames and the other one being Ross Goodall. So Ross Goodall was very kind to send me, I believe he got the Jam vinyl box set, so he had no need for his original pressings anymore. So he was very kind to send me his original pressings. So thank you so much, Ross. I'm going to get the records, you know, I'm sending him some records back. I'm going to get them out to you today, mate, so you should have some records from me soon as well. But this is amazing, it really is, because I really only know the Jam's hits, so it's really good for me to explore the rest of their catalogue. So we got sound effects here, and again, I really don't know anything about these albums. Monday's a good song, I know that one. Other than that, tracks on here, I reckon, you know, I play their greatest hits a lot, and I don't really know their songs too much by titles, but more just hearing them, so I probably know a few songs on there. I'm just not picking it up. And then here we've got The Gift, which is pretty cool. I know Circus, that one's pretty good. Again, that's about the only track on here I know off the top of my head. And then we get to, of course, this is probably one of their more loved albums. You know, Setting Suns. I love the album cover itself. This is a frameable one for sure. Tracks on here, though, I can't say I know any off the top of my head, but as I say, I'm sure if I played some of these, I'll be like, oh yeah, I know that song. But, you know, thank you so much, Ross. It's really nice of you to send these to me, because as I say, I'm still pretty new to the Jam, so, and I know I like them, so it's really nice of you to do that, buddy, so thank you so much. And as I say, I'll be getting some records back out to you soon enough as well, mate, so thank you so much. Now I'm going to move on to Vinyl Collector James, who was very kind to send me a record and 5 CDs. And the 5 CDs are really cool because he knows I've been trying to get complete on Eric Clapton on CD. Because I enjoyed collecting all of Eric Clapton's records so much. And I'm certain I'm complete on Clapton now. It's like I'm missing the complete Clapton 4 vinyl box set. And Eric Clapton and Steve Winwood vinyl box. I'm just missing a couple of super rare things from Clapton. But other than that, I really am complete on the majority of Clapton stuff on vinyl. So I decided to collect the CDs, which you'll see a lot more of in this video. James Albon was very, very kind, very happy to help out. So thank you, James, so much. You know, fantastic YouTuber. Again, he has a contest going on, guys, so make sure you go check it out. It's a great contest. But he was very happy to help me out. In trying to get complete on Clapton, and he got me all of the Cream CDs, which is really cool. So we got Fresh Cream here, of course, and I really love the Cream CDs. They're all remasters, and they all have really nice inside artwork, and behind each disc there's a really nice picture of the band. Even though Jack Bruce kind of looks like he's having a heart attack in this photo, but you know, fantastic picture of the band there. And then, of course, where am I going to put that? One of the best albums ever, Disraeli Gears. There we go. Again, you get a nice picture behind the disc. There we go. And then, of course, Wheels of Fire, another great album here. Has one of the best live performances ever of Crossroads on here, which is just amazing. And this one here, of course, is a double disc. So that one's really nice, really cool. And then here we got Goodbye. Again, fantastic album to go out with. And go. And the last one, I own the vinyl and the Blu-ray and now the CD of Cream live at the Royal Albert Hall, which is, again, just amazing. Love this. It's absolutely breathtaking. I think this opens up from... No, is it this side? Not even sure where this one opens up. There we go. So, really cool. So, thank you, James, so much for them. Honestly, buddy, that's amazing. As I say, it's helped me get complete on Clapton on CD now, so it's amazing. But James was very, very kind, and he also sent me a record. And I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it, James. Honestly. Absolute legend. I have not got Led Zeppelin 1 through 3 on the reissues on vinyl, because I've got originals of them. But I will get the reissues soon enough as well. You know, always better to get the reissues because they sound better. But this is the only album, proper album from Zeppelin, which I was missing. Well, to be honest, even if you called it a proper album, because I believe this is more just unfinished songs, really. But it is technically a proper studio album from Zeppelin. And, yeah, as I say, it's the last thing I was missing from Zeppelin. So technically now I do own every Zeppelin album. So thank you, James, helping me get complete on Led Zeppelin with Coda, which is incredible. This is the triple vinyl set. And I really don't know anything on here. It's a track listing. But, you know, I just love Led Zeppelin. They're one of my favourite bands. So it's so cool to be complete on them. So thank you so much, James. So, to James Larkham, Vinyl Collector James, and of course Ross Goodall, both you guys, amazing channels. Go check them both out. They're incredible people. Thank you both so much. You're both awesome. But anyway, now what we're going to do is I'm going to move on to the CDs. And all the CDs have come from online. Most of them eBay and third-party Amazon. I didn't pay more than £2 for any of these. They were all about £1 each. So anyway, first one up is the soundtrack to Series 1 and 2 of Doctor Who. Big Doctor Who fan. Really big. And I've just managed to get Vinyl Collector James into Doctor Who. And he's been going absolutely crazy with it all. So I'm pleased that you're loving Doctor Who, James. I'm really pleased I could help you get into it. And, you know, he bought some of the music from it, and I was looking at it, and I'm like, well, I should get some of the music from Doctor Who, as I'm such a big fan. But I love the early series, all the way through with David Tennant and Russell T Davies. So I was like, well, and I generally think the music's better then, because the orchestra, I don't know, just the orchestra sounded a bit more alive. Had a bit of a Star Wars kind of, like a John Williams kind of inspirational feel to it. So, you know, not only do I think the show was better back then, but I think the music was better as well, so it was like no-brainer. Get the early music. I would have loved to have got the Series 4 soundtrack, because that's my favourite series, but that one's like £4, whereas this was like 50p, so I was like, very similar music, so I'll just go with this. But really cool, really cool. And then going into proper music, well, not that that isn't, but, you know, the music which you guys are probably more interested in. Here we got the greatest hits of Paul Weller. This is called Modern Hits, but I think this is actually his early stuff. So, really cool. And then we've got The Man, the very best of Elvis Costello. And I absolutely love Elvis Costello. You know, mainly this CD and the next one I bought for my dad, because my dad wanted the greatest hits on his phone. But, oh, you know, I've been listening to this like crazy. Absolutely love Elvis Costello. And of course, Ross, There it is, the Jams hits. As my dad requested this one, really. But, hey, nevertheless, I'm still very pleased to have it. And really cool, you know, really cool stuff. And then here's the other CD I've been playing like crazy lately. The Police, Greatest Hits. I just love The Police. You know, Synchronicity is still one of the best albums, I think. And I absolutely love it. And then here we've got Revolutions, the very best of Steve Winwood. Now, I don't know too much about Steve Winwood, of course. He's very good friends with He's very good friends with Clapton and does a lot of stuff with Clapton. So I was kind of like, well, it kind of makes sense that I get into Steve Winwood a bit. And, you know, it's cool. It does a lot of his early bands, like a lot of Clapton's compilations tend to do. They tend to feature a lot of Derek and the Dominoes and Cream. But this one here does feature Traffic and Blind Faith, which is really cool. And here we got Peter Gabriel's fourth solo self-titled album. So this is amazing. Really love this album to bits. Fantastic. I like the design of the CD as well. It's got like a kind of gold plate to the edge. So really cool. And then here we've got the self-titled Fleetwood Mac. Again, I don't need to say anything about this one because it is amazing. But I love the picture that they used behind. I like that. Pretty cool picture. And do I need to say anything? Yeah, we know that one. And then here we've got Say You Will by Fleetwood Mac. And, you know, I probably shouldn't be showing this one on YouTube, but sod it, I'm going to show it anyway. Here it is, Blind Faith. One of Eric Clapton's early bands, of course. Fantastic band. Absolutely love this record to bits. And then now we are just going to dive completely into Eric Clapton CDs. So I'm going to go quick. We've got his first album, self-titled, of course, one of the remasters. We got Another Ticket, Just One Night, Backtracking, Money and Cigarettes, nearly forgot it, Behind the Sun, August, music from the motion picture Rush, The Breeze, An Appreciation of J.J. Cale, and the last one up is Sessions for Robert Johnson. And this one's really cool because it's a DVD and CD combo pack, and you know, it's like a little digipack there, so really cool. Look at him, he's just the boss. Look at that guy. You can't beat him. But anyway, there's all my CDs. As you can see, still got quite a lot this month, so over the moon with them all. They're all fantastic. But now let's move on to the vinyls. So my nan's one of my grandparents' friend gave me a whole pile of records, which is sitting down the end of my front room now, and I'm literally talking like the pile was like this big. It was huge. But I could only find, I think it was two records. I could only find 2 records in that whole pile, believe it or not, that I actually wanted. However, one of them was really, I was never expecting to actually say, okay, I'll take this record. But when I did, you know, because I've never been too keen on this artist. But, you know, when I took this record, I realised that my mum had another record of his in the loft. So I went up there and grabbed that as well. But I also found this up there before I move on to that artist. The very best of Hall & Oates. So I really love Hall & Oates. They're a great duo there. Kind of remind me of Tears for Fears a bit. So really pleased to own that. But then, of course, the artist which I went up in the loft looking for, because I knew my mum had one more album by him. And I never thought I'd be adding this guy's records to my collection, because I've never been too keen on him. But, you know, anyway, I'll explain when I get on to the next one. But it is Michael Jackson, and here we are with Bad, which is actually a really good record. You know, the actual track Bad is brilliant. And then The Way You Make Me Feel is another great one. Man in the Mirror. Smooth Criminal. I mean, these are great songs, really. And I'm not keen on Michael Jackson as a person. I'm not. He was a very strange, weird guy. But focusing on the music is just fun. It's just fun. You know, so I really am not going to take anything away from it. And of course, in that big pile of records, this was one of the records I found, which inspired me to go into the loft to pull that down. Off the Wall, Michael Jackson. And, you know, I love the track Off the Wall, and the main reason I played this record is because it has Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, and I do love that song. That song is amazing. And, you know, there's some other great tracks on here. He does a cover of Paul McCartney's Girlfriend, which is really cool. So, great record there. So, yes, I have finally added some Michael Jackson to my collection. And, you know, as I say, I can't speak about his personality because I'm not a big fan. But, his music's just fun. Innocent fun. So, hey, pleased to add it to the collection. And then I did find one more record in that pile, which I kept. I do already own an original pressing of this upstairs. But mine's not in the best of condition, so I found a nice condition copy of Hotter Than July by Stevie Wonder. So, yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to show you all the records I bought online. And as I say, I'm saving all the reissues to the end, so some of these are a bit common. Like this one here. Stevie Nicks' Wild Heart. Mainly bought this to get complete on Stevie Nicks so I could make my video. So, but yeah, not a bad album. Features Tom Petty, which is good. And here we've got Fleetwood Mac, Behind the Mask. I still haven't played it. I really don't hear good things about this album, so. And a lot of people will be pleased to see me get this, and I have played it, and I did absolutely love it. Fleetwood Mac, Mirage. Much better than Tango in the Night, in my opinion. And anything's better than Tusk, really, so. A fantastic comeback there for Fleetwood Mac, if you ask me. And then here we've got the Woman in Red soundtrack, which is called Stevie Wonder Done. So, fantastic there. Absolutely love it. You know, I Just Called to Say I Love You. Everyone knows that song. And then an amazing Stevie Wonder album here. Still have yet to hear some of it, but, you know, it's following up Songs in the Key of Life, which is one of the best albums ever. And this is The Secret Life of Plants. But this is a really cool record, because it, like, has Braille down the bottom and stuff with the title. It's all embossed. So, yeah, really cool there. Brilliant Stevie album. Then here we've got Peter Gabriel, So. One of the biggest albums ever, so again, what can I say about this one that hasn't already been said? You know, it's got Sledgehammer, Don't Give Up, Big Time. I find it hard to talk about some of these records when I hold them up because they're just absolute classics. And then here we've got Peter Gabriel, one of his self-titled albums, of course, one of his 4 self-titled albums. But this one is nicknamed Scratch, of course. This one's really cool because it has DIY on, which I love that song. So, and then here we have another one of Peter Gabriel's 4 self-titled albums, and this one is nicknamed Melt, of course. And then had to order this one all the way from America, of course, because it was never issued here. And the odd couple that are here in the UK are just ridiculously expensive. But here is Buckingham Nicks, of course. And never thought I'd get this record because it is so rare, but, well, hey, Eric Clapton, Rush. What a fantastic soundtrack here. You know, with Tears in Heaven, and he actually sings on one other track called Help Me Up, which is fantastic as well. So I really never thought I'd get this, so very pleased to own that. Very, very pleased. And then here we've got the next 2 reissues from Phil Collins. We've got Hello, I Must Be Going. As you can see, he didn't put these ones in shrink because shrink in Blake sleeves because these go straight into my Take a Look at Me Now box. But really cool, really cool. But the next one is the one I was excited about because there is a vinyl pressing of this out there, but it's so rare and so expensive. It's nice to actually finally own this. Dance Into the Light, which is, you know, not a bad album. Can't say it's my favourite, but it's not too bad. And yeah. Not a gatefold, but it has this really waxy feel to it, so I really feel like I should be wearing gloves when I touch these. And here we've got a triple vinyl set on blue vinyl of The Who, and I forget where this one is. Live at the Isle of Wight Festival in 1970. So this is really cool. They do a load of fantastic tracks. They do like the whole, from the second record in here, they pretty much do Tommy, which is fantastic. And, you know, this is The Who at their best. This is when they really were a fantastic band. So, really pleased to own this. And then I did settle for reissues on these next 2 albums because the originals were a little bit too out of my price range. But here's The Who, a quick one. Can't say I'm the biggest fan of this album. This one's pretty average, if you ask me. Just rock and roll 60s music. But this is a great album. Really like this one, The Who Sellout. This was a really enjoyable album. So really pleased to own that. And then here is The Who, Endless Wire. Very pleased to own it because it got me complete. But yeah, I don't know anything after Keith Moon for me. Just never really done much for me. As I said in my last video, and I know, you know, it's just how I feel. I just didn't like any of the 3 albums after Keith Moon. But then, of course, with the unfortunate death of David Bowie, his records have been shooting up in price. And I kind of felt like I had to own these next couple records, so I bought the reissues when they come out. They recently just got released, of course, Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars, which is just an incredible album. Incredible album. And Hunky Dory. Absolutely phenomenal album again. I'm just trying to get the thumbnail in, guys. Sorry, it's just getting a bit glare at the minute. There we are. That's the thumbnail. That'll do. But, you know, it's got Changes, Oh You Pretty Thing, Life on Mars. You know, it's just an incredible album. Incredible. Love it. And then the last 2 up, again, you know, going back to Zeppelin. Here it is, the reissue of Presence. I really like this album. I really do. People say... I don't hear many people say they don't like Physical Graffiti. That's a pretty loved album. But I hear a lot of people say they don't like this one and In Through the Outdoor. I enjoyed this. I thought this was a great album. Great record. And I have yet to play this one, so I can't comment. But here is In Through the Outdoor, of course, the reissue. So, very pleased to own it. Absolutely love them. Fantastic. You know, Zeppelin are probably my 3rd favourite band or something like that. I absolutely love them. They're fantastic. But anyway, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please hit the subscribe button, like the video, and leave a message. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.